What up to my peoples, and welcome to Retro Crunch. Alright, so there has been a lot of back and forth over the last couple years about a live action He-Man movie. And in 2019, Sony and Mattel, they actually announced that Noah Centineo was going to be playing He-Man. Now, after that stalled, it seemed that once again, He-Man, this movie was not going to be made, but just yesterday, it was announced that Netflix is going to be taking over the reins and making this movie, and they've tapped Kyle Allen to play the titular hero. The live action feature is eyeing a 2022 start date for production of the film. Netflix has really built up its street cred in regard to He-Man with the animated Masters of the Universe Revelation and He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, which has season 2 that's going to be coming out pretty soon. And these are two very different takes on the classic character. With Netflix taking on this project and getting Sony out of the way, it's finally got some legs to stand on. I like that they went with a relatively new actor. He was in American Horror Story in 2018 and West Side Story last year, but aside from that, he's got a lot more upswing. This guy's got good acting chops. He's 5'9". I know he's a sports acrobat. His sister, her name is Kristen Allen, and she's a world champion gymnast. So Kyle definitely has the athletic department covered. I'm real interested to see him bulk up for this movie and how they're actually going to do the transformation from Prince Adam into the muscle-bound He-Man. I just hope that we see a significant transformation in his look for the movie, and he's not just this regular built man who's in a new costume to call him He-Man. That's always been one of my little worries about this movie. There hasn't been any information on who's going to play Skeletor or any of the other supporting cast, but we will be keeping a very close eye on this news for you guys. So I am really glad that this project is back and in the works for 2022, but let me know what your thoughts are on this news. And then we have a ton more stellar news to get through, so let's continue on. Here's a cool story from last week. So a Christmas Story sequel has actually been announced with Peter Billingsley actually returning as Ralphie. If you want to see what he looked like a few years ago, he was actually in the movie Elf as a Christmas elf. I'm really surprised that we're just now getting a sequel because this is one of the best Christmas movies ever made. But I actually have a theory about this. So I think that when 8-Bit Christmas that starred Neil Patrick Harris came out last year, that the people that were involved with A Christmas Story in the first place, they probably weren't very happy that 8-Bit Christmas resembled A Christmas Story so much. Oh, you ain't gonna be copying my stuff and getting away with it. But let's not forget that there actually was a Christmas Story 2. It just wasn't very good. I'm pretty sure they want to forget about that one. Then moving on to Halloween. So Bette Miller, she actually tweeted that Hocus Pocus 2, it's actually wrapped filming and it should be coming out sometime near Halloween 2022. And did y'all see the preview trailer for the new Pinocchio movie? We actually get to see what Jiminy Cricket is going to look like in that movie, and not good. Now for the Star Wars fans, here's some cool news. Anthony Daniels, he played C-3PO in pretty much every Star Wars movie from Star Wars all the way through Solo, A Star Wars Story. He's suited up for what looks like 3PO, basically in costume, getting ready for him being CGI'd for a droid story. I'm kind of excited about this because I like the idea of them doing a story that's going to be all about C-3PO, getting to see maybe some of his backstory, maybe some more footage that's just concentrated on him. And I think I heard that there's a new hero that he's going to be involved with. So I'm anxious to see what they do with this. And then a few other stories we're going to get to right now. So Public Enemy frontman Chuck D, he's going to be hosting a 4-part docuseries titled The Story of Hip Hop with Chuck D. If you are a fan of rap, this is going to be must-watch TV. This program is going to look at the story of hip hop and how the art form has changed and developed over the last 40 years. It will feature accounts from some of rap's major players like Run DMC, LL Cool J, Queen Latifah, and some other current hip hop artists that are around today. And for the G.I. Joe fans that are out there, do not forget that on February 16th, a comic that's going to continue the story from G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. Yeah, that great cartoon that we loved as a kid. They're coming out with a 4-part miniseries. It's supposed to follow the original cartoon, so this should be cool to check out. So that's the stories of the week, but be sure to check out the description down below. There's a few more that you won't want to miss, and be sure to let me know in the comments what you guys thought about all of the stories that we covered today. And finally, if you're into retro news and nostalgia stuff from back in the day, I'll see you in the next video. I'll catch you on the flip side, and remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.